meh. Big, clean, blue mountain walls. Like, I just saw the wave and I was like, okay, timing. Look at the wall. Okay, turn around, go. I've been sitting at Ulu in the last few weeks, everyone's sitting on top of each other. The spicy, heated side came out of me. The lineups got really busy. Then I yelled at him, asshole. I was like, oh my God. Time to paddle in. Hello. Welcome. It is currently right now the 1st of June. Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 1st of June, and we are now halfway through the year. I cannot believe it. Time is just flying. It is absolutely just flying. So it's the weekend, and I had this wonderful idea that I wanted to sit down and give a live update. I haven't, if you've noticed, with the uploads. It's not been consistent. All in the flow there, all in the flow. I have been, if you follow my Instagram account, I have been uploading stories there and some posts there. However, it's been a little bit different for me professionally this year. I have been focused with this channel, and actually I have been researching and planning out. I just need to film them, but I have a few different videos, talking head videos like this, that I wish to film. So I've actually been doing more things for the channel behind the scenes. However, life just happens, and I wanted to give an update. And I guess this video today is for anybody. My main message here is start to bring, and you will have noticed from my other two videos previously, that something that I've been really focused on in the last couple of months has just been bringing a greater awareness to self, to source, and connecting to source and to self, and bringing awareness to my mindset and the actions that I'm doing and the words that I'm speaking. And it's actually been really powerful because I can see that there are some areas in my life which are more in flow because I have developed this greater awareness. I think it's really important. I always talk about this. In order to create the life that you desire and to allow your manifestations to unfold and to allow the things to become attracted into your life, it's a matter of first knowing yourself, having that awareness, and living in your values and knowing your worth. I've seen that in the last few months. Quite interesting, because last year when I was creating content and I was still with the previous business model, I was sharing absolutely everything through Instagram and through my YouTube channel. I shared all the different parts of my day, having coffee, what I'm eating, surfing, the surf report, the waves, everything when it came to my business and mindset and sales and all of that. And so this year, it's been actually more powerful for me that I only wish to be online for my own, I guess, vision. And I mean, there's two parts to this. For my own mental health, I only like to show up online when I feel like I have something of value to share that I wish to share. I mean, exciting, beautiful things, I'm grateful, happen every day. I'm super grateful for my life, especially the inner work that I've been doing in the last couple of months. However, I don't feel the need to share absolutely everything that's going on. And actually, to be honest, haven't had a lot going on, really. The season has just started now, and we've had some bigger swells last week, 10 to 15 foot, which was very exciting. I will update you on that a little later. However, for really March, April, and May, I wasn't surfing a lot. May, I actually started to surf a little bit more. I wasn't actually even out. I wasn't even that social. I have found that because Bali already in the month of May began to get really busy, I sometimes I don't like to be around so many people. There's just so much energy. I am a very social person, and I do like to go out to eat and have a drink sometimes and be out in the vibe. However, because there is a lot of energy and because I do surf, I get tired. And I think that's okay. For me, I like to stay sometimes a little bit more introverted and alone. And that's actually when I recharge. So what was amazing is it was my birthday, May 22nd. And I ended up booking a super quick off the wall trip to G-Land. I had actually planned girls' sunset drinks, and then I booked a restaurant for dinner. And I was just a few days before I need to get plus, actually. So because I also just wasn't feeling social, I was like, I just don't even really feel like celebrating my birthday. It's I turned 44. It's like an in-between birthday. So it was like, meh, it's just another birthday, right? Another year, another amazing year to celebrate, of course. However, previously in the 2 weeks leading up to, I guess, my birthday, the lineups got really busy for surfing, obviously. We had small waves. I was just getting very frustrated in the water. People were just not respecting the lineup and the rotation and the etiquette. And it wasn't even so much that they're like kooky people, because I do kooky things all the time, you know. However, it's like there was no respect in the lineup. And I found myself 2 different times. I yelled at a guy in the photographers. I was talking to another guy about this guy who I'd been sitting for a while at a certain spot, and he just came up and like got the wave. And I was at that stage frustrated. I probably could have responded better. However, I was like, I said to him, "Do you know that there's a rotation?" And then he looked at me and he said, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, so frustrated." And then I ended up seeing him when I was checking the photographs, and he was like, "Oh, I think you're talking about me." And then I was like, "Yes." And then I told him what I thought. And then he tried to tell me, like, well, the lineup in France. And this is when my voice yelled and the spicy, heated side came out of me. And I said, I don't care about the lineup in France. We're here right now in Bali and blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. I like, my voice raised and I was like pissed. You know, and I don't usually ever, I'm not like that, like at all, ever in the water. Yeah, he looked at me and he was like, "Oh, shh, keep your voice down." And I glared at him and then I just like walked off, because the day before as well, I wanted to like say something to some people. And I thought, no, just keep my mouth shut. Don't say anything. And then day I actually like blew up and I was like, oh my gosh. Then a week later, again, it happened. I was so frustrated. So I had gotten like, it wasn't a very good session, and small waves, mega crowded, like 150 people in the lineup and just mayhem going on. And I'd gotten a wave and I was trying to catch the whitewash to go back in. And as I'm like sitting there on the inside, a guy takes off in my face and I look at him like, oh my God. And then he takes off anyway and I quickly make it past him and I go under and he runs over me and I come up. And I said to him when I saw him, I said, "Oh, did you see me?" And he looks at me, he casually paddles off. He says, "Yeah, I saw you." Then I yelled at him, "Asshole!" I was like, oh my God. Time to paddle in. So that's, I think, what happened on the Friday and the Saturday. So then like 3 days before my birthday, I was like, fuck it. I'm out of here. I cannot stand these lineups and these like small waves with like, I mean, I like small waves, but with like 4 or 5 people trying to take off on the same wave, that's not fun. And that's actually dangerous. And then it was just like busy, like traffic and cafes. So I was like, fuck it. I'm out of here. So I booked 2 days and I went to G-Land. Talk about a reset. I always encourage this, and it's something that I need to be mindful of, and something that you should also, that I encourage for you is to be mindful of, is when you feel that your nervous system and your energy is off and you're feeling like stressed and unbalanced, whether you take 5 minutes, 1 hour, an afternoon, a day off, the weekend, you book a trip, do what is right for you. Not only you will know what's right for you, but do something that you can just get away and just allow yourself to regulate your nervous system, balance out your emotions, bring the awareness in, let your energy ground. Otherwise, you're going to explode. And that's definitely what happened. And so for me, that was what G-Land was. I was like, I'm going to go away on my own for my birthday. And it was wonderful. Look, the forecast was small. It was 4 to 6 feet the first day. And then it was 3 to 5 foot the second day. And let me tell you, the waves in G-Land are actually always bigger than they are in Ulu. There was actually some size. It was small for G-Land, but it was still some size. And I definitely got some really good set waves. I got a really good bomb my second day. So I was happy. But the best thing was, it was so quiet there. And it's fast, right? Like you take a 2-hour boat from Kuta Beach. So I got picked up in the morning and then I went to the beach and then it's a 2-hour speedboat ride. And then you're there in East Java, G-Land. It's actually Grajagan. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's quiet. There are no cars. There are no beeping scooters and bikes. There's not many people. Actually, it was kind of busy for G-Land. Like I heard there are 4 camps there, 4 resorts, 4 places that you can stay. Actually, it was full. However, it wasn't even that full. The afternoon of the first day that I surfed, it was quite busy in the lineup. But because the lineup is so spread out, It's crowded. I've been sitting at Ulu in the last like few weeks. Like everyone's sitting on top of each other. Oh, I get very claustrophobic when there's too many people around like that. I just don't like to surf around so many people. I mean, go figure. I mean, that's how it is at Ulu. Anywho, G-Land was wonderful. I surfed 4.5 hours the first day. Second day again, I surfed like 4 hours. Got some amazing waves. Ate some very nice food. I wasn't even, when it came to like dinner time on the eve of my birthday, I didn't even tell anybody on the day of my birthday. It was my birthday. I just wanted to be. I didn't really want to talk to anyone or be too social. Of course, I'm social and I talk. I really just had to allow myself to just retreat. And it was wonderful. I came back to Bali and I remember the first day that I paddled out, the next day that I got back, and I was so relaxed. I mean, it was a little bit bigger. I was so relaxed. I wasn't in a hurry to get any waves. It was so good. Yeah, G-Land is a special place. I'm going to go back when the waves get bigger. I didn't get any really, really long rides. I got some long, like a few like longer, semi-longer ones. Definitely got some bigger waves. I slept really well. The eve of my birthday, because I'd woken up so early from here in Bali to get there. But by the eve, after I had dinner, I drank 2 beers, had my dinner, sat away from everyone, didn't even speak to anybody for dinner time. I went to bed. It was like 7:30, I got into the bed and I went to sleep watching funny cat reels on Instagram. It's perfect. It was exactly what I needed. So that was G-Land. So fortunately, I've not been so much workflow. I have been, like I said, uploading Instagram stories and some posts, because just last week we had our first 2 days of big swell, 10 to 15 foot. And I paddled out. I took you can see there's actually a lot going on behind me. I paddled out this first board here, the white one, which is actually going yellow now. That is my 710. I paddled out on that and I got some bombs. I got some big waves. My first wave on the first day hadn't been in the lineup that long. It wasn't yet the high tide. And I was sitting with my friend Joao, very good Brazilian surfer. Plus there was another surfer, Rodrigo, also Brazilian, amazing legend. Those two legendary surfers. No bomby so well. No outside corner so well. Amazing surfers. And there was one other guy, a Russian guy that was out there. There was 4 of us in the lineup. And then I was sitting there chatting to Joao. We were talking about boards. And then a set comes. He's like, "Oh, set coming," and he paddled past me, took off on one. I was like, "Oh," it's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the next one." I was like, "Look, there's another one," and I paddled. Oh my god, it was so clean. I just fucking sent it. Like really, I just saw the wave and I was like, "Okay, timing. Look at it. Look at the wall. Okay, turn around, go." Oh my god, big, fast, clean wave, clean, big wave. It's a whole different story. It's a whole different ride. It's a whole different wave. It's a whole different sensation surfing a clean wave, whether it's a 2-foot wave or whether it's a 15-foot wave. Clean 15-foot wave. Amazing. Like, so fun. Unfortunately, though, Joao, when I came up after I came off, his board had stopped. I was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And actually, he said to me after, the hold down was like one of the most hectic moments that he's had out there. He was like, "How was yours when you came off?" I was like, "Oh, I just like rolled around for a bit." Then I came up and then I saw him. He was like, "Oh, it was like spooky for him." So, and he's very experienced out there. It's interesting. That wave can have a lot of consequences. And I realized that for big wave surfing, really, obviously. But after that, I got 2 more waves. The third wave that I got, because my thing now with surfing these size waves is obviously choosing where to sit and which is the best place to take off from. And then once I've taken off and I make the takeoff, it's then reading the wave and then what to do with my body so I can stay on the wave. And I'm grateful there was one of the waves on the first day that I actually was able to maneuver my body, close my body so it's more facing the wall. And I was able to come up and do a turn and then like go back down. It was really fun. As soon as I like had done that and I was coming up, I didn't go all the way up, but I went, up enough. And then I did a turn. And then as soon as the board turned and I went down, I flew down so fast. It was so fun. It was thrilling. you could probably hear my excitement. It was incredible. It was incredible. I had such a good time. It was such a fun day. And then the second day, my first two waves were a little bit kooky. I was kind of trying to find my rhythm. It wasn't quite like the high tide, and I also wasn't sitting deep enough. So then when the sets did start to come, I got like so many sets on my head. So many sets on my head for the second day. It was fine. Again, no big hold downs, like big wipeouts and, rolling around and, hold the breath and everything, all that. But no, I didn't feel like I was like, oh my God, I'm like struggling. Like this is really, oh my God, I'm like fighting for my life. Yeah, I'm grateful. I've really focused my mindset and tried to really focus as well, like my vibration, right? My frequency within. The third wave that I got, it wasn't a long ride, but yeah, it was a bomb. And I was alone up there. There was another guy, but he was more like outer peak, and I was alone at Bommy. It was just after the high tide push came, and I was like, trying to figure it out. Which one do I take? And I turned around and I took off on this bomb, like big, fast. And at one stage, because I was a little bit like late, I felt the board. I like took off and I felt the board underneath my feet, but I knew that the board wasn't yet on the wave. And then it dropped, and then I flew down so fast, and I had to brace myself by putting my hands out. Very exciting. It's very exciting. So here's the most exciting thing. Although actually here, then I got nothing after that wave. And then I floated around for a few hours. By the afternoon, when like my energy was out, here's another thing that I've been working on is that regardless of your external world, the physical world, it's really key to remain in the fourth dimensional thinking, in your fourth dimensional world, in your imagination, and not to be affected or influenced by what's going on around you. Now, that's tough when it comes to surfing, because sometimes you might get frustrated because of the waves, or you're not getting a wave, or like whatever. I actually, by the afternoon, there were I'm always now on these days that the lineup is like empty. Like there was 5 people maybe the first day. The second day, again, there was like 5 people. For Bommy, like there's always less people there. One stage, a couple of times, yeah, I was at Bommy on my own. And I'm surrounded by surfers that are very skilled, that have been surfing that wave for decades and surf very, very well, like really, really well. So I'm definitely humbled. And on that afternoon of the second day, there was some legend surfers that came out. I got so one, my tank was empty. I was like, oh my God, I've been in the water 4 hours. I'm like really tired. I really just want to get my last wave and go in. Because then sometimes when the sets came, like there was only like one set. So then it was funny, by 3:15, 3:30, the set started rolling in, and there were like 3, 4, 5 in a set, and big, beautiful lines. Big, clean, blue mountain walls, like, and I actually did feel, I felt one, a little bit undergunned at the size, even though I could have taken off with this board. Yes, I could have, but also because my energy was just like, I was like so tired by then. But I got really, and this is how I felt when I was in Hawaii, I get really shy and intimidated around people that like really, really good, like really, really good surfers. I definitely felt that when I was in Hawaii, because I was constantly surrounded by pros. Or like people that are just like so much better than me. So much better. I like it because I like to be in the lineup, because I like to have that up level, gets my vibe up. It pushes me and it challenges me. But there's also this side that I need to work on for myself, where I was feeling like a little like intimidated and shy, like, because here's the thing, I'm still learning about the Bommy wave, where to sit, where is the best place, how to take off, my takeoff, the wave, how to read the wave, everything, right? I'm humbled though. I do feel humbled, and I have had a lot of positive feedback and encouragement from people who are out there, and I've had a lot of positive feedback from people who are very inspired by what I'm doing out there. But still, I'm just a little shy. I don't know why I get shy. It's the same thing where they say what you desire, put yourself in the same, what is it? You become the sum of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. I found that on certain days, on the bigger days, when I was on the North Shore, and then now days here, it's like, if I have a desire, I need to be around those that are doing the thing and have achieved the thing that I wish to achieve as well. I just felt really honored to be in the lineup and to talk to the people that have been surfing those waves, this Bommy wave for years. And then obviously even when I was in Hawaii. So it was an amazing experience. Those last 2 days, I got some big waves. We've still got more swell coming next week. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. I feel like some people have been asking me, and this is also, one of the videos that I want to break down, but I can share some light on it now. And maybe for you, if you're thinking of creating more success in an area of your life, it doesn't necessarily have to be surfing. It could be with wealth. It could be with your friendships or your intimate relationships or with passion of yours or for work, whichever area of your life that you desire to improve upon and become your best self with. Something that I'm grateful that what my father taught me is that you just need to show up, and you just need to show up with the best attitude. Yes, there's so many things that you can learn and prepare for to do what you want to do, to step into your greatness. But it's also a matter of, I've said this many times before, start before you're ready. You've just got to start, and you've just got to sometimes, there's never a right time to start. You've just got to show up and you figure it out, and you go with your best intentions and clear best intentions and a positive attitude, and to be with gratitude, and to allow your frequency and your vibration to be aligned and focused, and just to know your worth, and to, even if you're not confident, to embody that or who or what you wish to be. So on the first day, so when I came back from G-Land, and I've learned this from last year, the Hindus, the Indonesians, believe that there is the goddess of the South Sea in G-Land, and it's actually all of the south of Indonesia, of the South Sea, which includes Bali as well. And she's a powerful goddess. She's the goddess of the South Sea, and her name is Ni Roro Kidul. And I was like, I want to embody the power and the grace of this goddess, the goddess of the South Sea. And so on the 2 days before I paddled out on the big days at Ulu, I brought flowers and I gave my offering, and I really focused on embodying my best self. Now, I'm only at the level that I'm at with my 4 years of surfing, something like this, right? I'm only at the level of, I've only been surfing Bali for 1 year, not even a year, because it's been June, July, August, September, October. So I've had 5 months of surfing Bali last year, 5 months. With that said, and then maybe it's for you with like something for business, or you want to embody your best self in your friendships or relationships, or you want to be at a certain goal with your fitness and your health and your wellness, have the vision of what you desire, of who you wish to become, and then you be that. Now you embody that. And so that's what I did. I really focused on just showing up and embodying my best self with strength and power and grace and beauty and excitement and vibe. And I would say that it worked because I had such a good time in the water. Got some really amazing waves. That's like one of the most common questions that people have asked me, and how I've, prepared is it's mindset. When it comes to it, of course, yes, you need strength to like paddle a board, or you need maybe certain things when you're starting an online business, or there are certain things and tools and things to think about and insights when it comes to your friendships and relationships. But it's just like show up as your best self in the areas of your life, and in the areas of your life where you wish to create success. Because with that, what's meant for you, it will come for you. I hear this, you see it as a quote and you hear it. Don't chase. You are actually in your beingness, your aliveness, and in the embodiment of your best self. You be that now. And then being that now, magic can manifest. Somebody said to me the other night, we were talking about surfing, and they said, I think it's a little bit of luck that you're getting these waves. I was like, maybe it was lucky on June 11 when I got my first wave. But since then, I've put in my time. I think, yeah, some people can be lucky, but I think also when you're driven and focused and intentional, then it becomes like, if it's meant to be, it'll happen, and it happens, and it will unfold for you. There's no forcing it. Some of the waves that I got, I didn't force it. I really just, with my intention and with the skill set that I have, I don't think that was luck. I think it was like, well, I'm putting in the time, and this is what I want to do. And so this is what's going to happen. And I know that this is going to happen, if that makes sense. Sure. Can we say, it's lucky? But actually, I think there are no coincidences, right? I think that everything that is happening to us, it's happening because it's meant to happen. Everything is happening for us and not to us. And the people that come into your life, or the wave that comes to you, or the business opportunity that comes to you, these things, it chooses you. If you can be in your embodiment of what you desire and you be that and you're aware of self, then you attract what is meant to be. And that, whatever it is, that chooses you and it comes to you because you attracted that. It just doesn't randomly happen like that, I think. I think we're sending off vibrations within ourselves because of what we are vibrating out within and what our intention is within. And then that vibration and frequency is sent out. And whatever that is, it comes back. It's really important to keep your energy pure, because if you're having negative intentions and thinking negatively and a mindset that's lack and unworthiness, then that's what you're going to get back. I've really focused now for more than a year with my personal development, and even more so in the last few months with manifesting and having a greater self-awareness and stepping into the embodiment of my best self, my worthy, deserving self. I'm grateful that by listening and honoring the needs of myself, I'm seeing the fruits appear in my life. And that's a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong. My life is not perfect. And, we're all riding the waves ultimately. However, I'm learning to embrace the times when, okay, like something like this might be happening. So when you feel like something's off, like I started this, when you feel like something's off, that's the time to okay, step back. Take a moment, take a breath, take 5 minutes, take an hour, book a weekend away, do what is for you. And at this stage, this is not about, maybe I can make, of course, a video about and discuss some of the ways that could be options for you to honor yourself. But that's also your own self-exploration, right? Like nobody can tell you what to do. And if they are telling you what to do and you're listening to them, then you're not honoring yourself. So it's a matter of listening to yourself. And it took me years, and I'm still sometimes, wavering. However, for the most part in the last few months, by staying so true to my vision and my energy and my frequency and my mindset and being aware of this, I choose to do what I wish to do, and I'm not forcing myself anywhere. I'm not trying to chase anything. I'm allowing what needs to come into my life. I'm allowing feelings and thoughts to come up and to sometimes not act on those, but just to let them be. A lot of processing, letting things go, letting things be, having acceptance. So that's what I just wanted to share today. It's all very exciting. You can see this pink board in the middle. It's my new 8.6 custom gun. It's my first custom gun. I've actually ridden bigger boards in Hawaii. This is a good next step up from my 7.10 that I've had for Bali. The white one is the 7.10 and then the pink one is my 8.6. It's big, it's heavy. I'm going to just have to take it out the next swell and see how it feels. I'm excited, and it's the first time I've actually ordered a custom board, a custom gun. I've always, for the majority, I always buy used boards. So that was a big thing for me to order a board. I collaborated with Dylan, who is the shaper, and he came up, I told him I want this length and I want it for Bali and G-Land. And then I gave him my height and my weight, and he came up with some good dimensions. That's my board. It's very exciting. It's very pink. I love pink. So I just wanted to leave you with that update. I hope that you have gained some value and insight. Leave me a comment. Share with me any other content or topic that you would like me to cover. And I will see you next video. Bye for now.